Howdy folks, and welcome to Ugly Dog Lures. So I was asked to show everybody how I marble baits. So I think today's probably just a good day to do that. What do y'all think? Wind's blowing 50, 60 outside the shop, so might as well sit in the shop and play. So I use different things to marbleize my baits. Most of it I can find at Hobby Lobby. Now this is from the Robert Stanley collections. It's just a floral ribbon right here. And this is what it looks like right here. That's one component that I use. This one you can find in the floral department too at Hobby Lobby. It's a pretty good thing to use. You can use anything to make marble patterns on baits. It don't have to be exactly what I do, but I was asked to show how that I do stuff. So in here we have a tool, which Hobby Lobby has it now. I have a bunch over there. This is tool. And I'll show y'all how I do all this fun stuff that I get to do here in my shop. We're going to use this minnow type bait right here. It's a deep diver. And we're just going to play. I'm going to probably use some folk art paint, some apple barrel paint, some Createx paint. I just going to play. First color that I'm going to go with is called peppercorn. And it's kind of a dark gray, not quite black, but getting fairly close to it. Make sure everything's ready to go here. So get a little bit of water in there and thin that paint down. May have got too much and may have to add to it. If I did, that's okay too. But we've been working on a lot of little projects here around the shop. Got to get a bunch more stuff done. So we got a show coming up in March. 8, 9, and 10. We're going to be doing a show. So yeah, that's going to be good right there. We're going to start with a base coat, and we're going to leave a white belly on this bait. We'll see if I can get her done. Sometimes medicine kind of makes me a little shaky every once in a while, but I think I'm pretty good today. And you can pick and choose whatever colors you want to do this. They're all going to be beautiful. I was just picking some colors that I hadn't used in a while. And we're going to lay this about to the halfway mark on this bait. I'm going to lay that peppercorn in there. I use this color on shad type baits quite a bit. Now let's clean our brush, then we'll dry that and move on to the next stage of this. So while we're sitting here cleaning stuff up and all, let's talk about some channels. If you're not subscribed to them, go subscribe to them. New Hope Fishing Lures, #1. That's one of the best friends that I have in this world. Is Ron and his family. Great channel. Go over there and give him some love. Fishing with Modog. Another great channel to go and watch. He'll be probably on live tomorrow night. So if anybody got nothing to do, come on over there and we'll give you some flip. Me and my wife are putting in a new channel called Widen Their Ways. If you're not subscribed to Widen Their Ways, please do. It'll be having everything. There'll be some painting on there and some cooking on there and some kite flying on there and some camping on there and some fishing on there. And if I can draw out a tag this year, there'll be some elk hunting on there. So that's kind of what I want, but you know how that goes. I'm kind of crazy. You know, there's so many great channels on YouTube. I don't know which all of them I want to talk about. Fish Stealer Chronicles, Living Utah Outdoors is another one. That's Stacy Salmon's great man. Has some great videos. Crappie Kid. I'm fairly new to his channel, but it's pretty good. I was watching him make soft plastics the other night with Ron. It was a good live. Another one you could subscribe to, which would be a nice one. Be part of his family. Monica Tia Moni Arts. Gotta love Monica. She's awesome. And super talented. Mark Larson. Outdoors. Trapper. Fisherman. Great channel. Well, there's just hundreds of them. That you could subscribe to, but them are some of the top ones that I like to watch. Good personal friends of me and my wife. So this one is gonna be a metallic bronze. This is our next color we're gonna be shooting on this bait. Get her all mixed up here. So I hope everybody's having a good new year. I'll be up next Thursday morning for total hip replacement surgery. I'm so looking forward to it. I bet I'll feel better pretty fast. They found I went in for my scan on my hip. I had to do a special scan because they have to have the hip built and all that. So they had to get all of the right dimensions and measurements and all of that stuff. And then it got sent off up to a lab in New York, and they built me a titanium hip they're going to put in. And while they was in there, they found a aortic aneurysm. And so I went from getting a scan to being in the hospital. Some things are nothing to mess with. The aneurysms, because there's no coming back from that. And that's kind of how my 24 started with me. But we're getting it all in the right direction now. Super happy about it. Me and my wife are ecstatic I'm going to get a new hip. They said I've had a broken hip for about 20 years or better, and I didn't have no idea I broke my hip. You know, I felt some pain, but it's nothing new or unusual for me. I've been through so much bad things like that. It's just nothing unusual. I never let it stop me. So on this first stencil that we used on this bait, we used our tool. We're going to pull that tool off, and now you're going to see that gray underneath that copper. I don't know, y'all can't see it good, but we'll put a picture of it when it's all finished, I'll get over there close and show y'all. Well, that's my bronze. Now we're going to clean out. I'll let it dry in there a little bit. And I love to paint these. I painted 3 of them last week. And the short I put out, all 3 of them is already gold and sold out of my hair now. So that's a good thing. I got to get some more painted up. Y'all be interested, leave me a comment below and I'll do some marbled craws. And we'll just shoot a video on them. Maybe I can get it done before I go to the surgery. But we'll have to see how that all works out for me. If I can get it done. I think I can get it done Friday or Saturday. Possibly. So my next color that I'm going to use is Bimini Blue. And it's an apple barrel paint. And it's a pretty color. I've used it a lot. It's not really a turquoise, but it's kind of a turquoise. Bimini Blue. Very nice color. I paint a lot of topwater base with that. Yeah, let's get our next piece over here. Batman. Yep. And this is the next stencil we're using. Because I want blue to kind of be a more of a dominant color on top of that copper and that peppercorn. So that's why I'm using that color, or that stencil, sorry. Sometimes I lose my train of thought. It all has to do with being old. Bimini Blue. Beautiful color. Try that. And we're all said and done. I'm going to hit the bottom with a metallic white over the other white. Clean it up some. The titanium white I like to prime base with, but I always come back and put metallic over it because it just kind of, it comes off the baits too easy. Okay, there's our second stencil on there, right there. Looks good. You can use anything for stencil. I even use this here that I bought. You can use scale material. You can use whatever you want to use. Just let your imagination run wild when you start doing this. Sometimes I use 5 colors. Sometimes I use 7 or 8 different colors. Sometimes I use 4. I just look at the bait as we're going, and whatever comes into my mind, which I know that's a long stretch in my mind. So, but they always seem to turn out very well. So I enjoy doing them. It's all stuff that I've done myself that I've not seen anybody else doing. Yeah, I'll probably lay this thing up there and use this stencil with some green, probably some pearlized Createx green. But that's not the next one we're going to. The next stencil, I gotta get it here. I may have stuck it in this drawer. Yep, will be this. And you can reuse these for a long, long time. I've had this one in the shop for a couple of years, and this is the one it is. It's the Robert Stanley. It's just floral ribbon is what it is. So it works really well. So we're going to dry this thing. Make sure it's good and dry. Okay. Then we're going to find our next color. Get Bimini out of the way there. Just like that. And what color do I want to go with now? I'm thinking that I'm going to go with Georgia Clay. Burnt orange, Georgia Clay. They're almost the exact same color. I can usually paint these pretty quick. We don't need too much of that. And that's just water in that bottle. I do a lot of marble crawl baits with that Georgia Clay, blacks and greens, yellows, because I enjoy it so much. Okay, yeah, take it off of there, and we're going to lay it up here. And I'm going to pin it. I've got these little pins, roach clips, I guess is what you call them. We're going to stretch that tight over there. Make sure all the alcohol's out of our brush. I always clean my brush with 70% isopropyl alcohol. And I shoot that Georgia Clay on down on that belly a little bit too. And we'll flip it over and flip it around and do the other side. And we'll do the top. Good job. Looking crazy right now, folks, but it'll look better. It always looks crazy before the finished product. Very cool. Okay, got our Georgia Clay laid on there. Okay, good job. Somebody asked me the other day how many years I've been doing this. Well, a lot. On YouTube, 4 years I think is where we're at. But far as doing art and painting and stuff like that, I've done that forever. My mama, she was a well of an artist. I've always liked to do stuff like that. Okay. Now, we're going to come back at this with this Createx pearlized green. It does not need to be thinned most of the time. Sometimes you'll get one that you're going to have to thin. And then we're going to take our tool. We're going to wrap back over this thing. I want to break the green up, and we're going to lay this stencil here, which is just a crappie stencil. We're going to lay it up here. We're going to start laying that green in there. Like that. I'm on this side. But we're starting to get our marbling effect into this bait. Very nice. Now, we're going to cut us a new piece. I know I got some scissors around here somewhere. Okay, what I'm going to do is I want to fold that over. This is going to make it tighter, and put one more color on there. And we'll call it good. Get some epoxy on it, some eyes on it. You make sure you get that pulled good and tight. And put plenty of clips on it. And what color do we want to finish with? Well, let's think about that for a minute. Personally, I would like to finish with a light elephant gray, and I think that's what we're going to do. Or we can finish it with a silver. That's pavement. I know I got one here because I used it this morning. Right here. Wicked metallic silver. That's what we're going to finish it with. Let's clean our brush out. Right? Throw another coat on it. I hope this video has been helpful to everybody that asked me to do this. Wow. Wow. Can't wait to show you all this here in a minute when we get to that point. But right now, make sure our brush is cleaned out. Then we're going to put the metallic white on the belly. Mix a little bit of that up. Air pressure down way low. That's probably about all we need. A little bit of water. I'm going to throw some eyes on it and epoxy it right quick. I'm calling this video done. So when you're mixing paint, the way that I was always taught is to get a little bit on your finger, and if it runs freely down your finger, that it's just about the right consistency. That's a little bit heavy. We're going to add just a touch more water to that. No, it's running down that finger. That'll go through a brush. we're going to brighten that belly up just a little bit. Now, you guys that are painters that asked me to do this, I want you to try it yourself with your colors, and I want to see what you created. Like I said, any color, it don't matter what you got. Just make it happen. Make it unique and different. I'm blowing my towel away. We got us a pretty good video going on here. We'll be done here shortly. Get some eyes on here, and then we'll put some epoxy, and I'm gonna put glitter in this bait just to make it stand out more. Put glitter in a lot of baits just to get that pop in the water. And am I ready to go fishing? I sure am. I think we may go, depends on the weather, but we may go the last of March and go up to the lake for a week or something. We'll see how everything's churning by then. So it's sure good to get back with y'all. It's been like I said, it's been a rough year for us, and a lot of bad things have happened, but it's all coming about now. So it's turning tail for me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna some eyes here that I want to put on it. Not sure what I want to put. I got a whole nother bag over there. I think I just want to put silver eyes on it. Right here. If I can keep it in my hand, I think I got it. I didn't even touch a lure for about 4 months while I was recovering from that. One of the 3 heart attacks that I had. I didn't feel like coming out here. I didn't feel like doing anything. But now I'm doing really well. I feel good. I want to spend time with my friends. But we're going to start filming videos. Putting up. We may do some lives a little bit later on. Mel's been battling some illnesses too, so both of us. And Ben, I got some hanging behind me over here. Don't know if y'all can see them from there, but I painted this morning. I was out here playing. I've got 3 of these big trout blanks I'm going to be painting. If y'all want to see videos on them, leave a comment below and I'll do them, or I'll do a short when I'm done. Either way is okay with me. I've got some of these mouse blanks that I'm painting. I got quite a ways to go on them yet. We'll put red whiskers on them. Agent nylon string is what it's going to be. I spilled. It's all Ron's fault. He's not here to defend himself, so I'm going to blame him. Clean that and sit down there. And we'll put this dude all took care of. So on this little old bait, 1 and 1, just plenty. Yeah, let me find my glitter I'm going to use. I got so much stuff in here spread out everywhere. Put me a new stereo in today. This is the glitter I'm going to use. It's got purples and greens in it. And silver. So but we'll get him all done up and then I'll bring him over there and show you what I did, what we got. So I was saying we got one of those bigger iPads or whatever that thing is called, but the power supply went out on it. When it did, it ruined the board in there, so we sent it off to have it repaired because we could repair it for about $300, and it's going to cost us $1,200 to $1,800 to replace it. So yeah, that didn't happen. We just sent it to repair, but I'll be filming videos on it when we get it back. It'll be a lot more clear. Oh, there's one. That's the actual resin, and this is the hardener here. There's 1 and 1. And I use these syringes. I'll probably get 50 or 60 baits out of this because I pull them apart when I'm done. And they set in alcohol. And they last a long, long time that way when you do that. They certainly do. And I got my drip hooks out. There's my glitter. Not too much, just a little. My epoxy's probably at just the optimal temperature to do this too. It's probably about 70, 80 degrees in this shop right now. It's pretty warm in here. That's for sure. Okay. So let's make some magic happen here. This is where it gets really interesting, is when you start epoxying it. That's where you see all your work come to life. When you epoxy, this thing is gorgeous. I've never done one exactly like it. I was just grabbing some colors, but it came out beautiful. Super, super nice. Well, let's heat it up a little bit. Pop all that out. Brush over it again. Nice even coat on there. And if you wanted to put a shad dot on this, you could put one on it very easily. No problem at all. I always take my drip hook and clean my front hook out first for before I hang it. Get over there. Now let me walk over here close to the camera. Show you what we got, what we did. Let's start looking at the belly here. Just roll him around. I don't know, maybe that's better. You can see it really well. I can from here. I know this camera won't do it justice. But that is my marbling techniques in a nutshell. Got to get it where it's clear. This is just not going to do it. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And I hope that my little video helped you. Feel free to send me messages and ask me questions. Not a problem. I'll answer. It may take me a day to answer, but usually not. And I hope that everybody has a very blessed day. And we here at Ugly Dog Lures just want to say thank you for everything y'all have done. And we'll catch you later.